delicious.
Johnny Muir here, and welcome to our Road to E3 series, talk show series, whatever we want to call this. What is it? Is it a podcast? Show? Is it
It's more of like
podcast series?
I just say it's an adventure. It's a
It's
special.
an
It's
adventure.
a special type of adventure.
It's a special type of journey that you get
Yes.
to take with us.
Yeah, we're really hoping E3 happens next year, because if it doesn't, then all of this, I mean, it won't be for nothing, but it's
Yeah.
going to be really upsetting if we do all of this and then turns out E3's like, we're just not doing it. It's online. But it'll still be okay, because, I mean, I'm okay with online, but I want to be there in person.
Yeah,
But we believe it's going to happen.
and we believe we're going. Well, we know we're going as long as we can get tickets and they'll allow us. So
Yeah.
but anyway,
Must be 18-year-olds years or older. John's
shit,
panicking.
imagine. Well,
I mean, you'll be fine.
I'll be 18 by then, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so last episode, last part, part one was us learning about Xbox, all their studios, some, internal workers like the man Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, Aaron Greenberg. We learned about some of their franchises, and this one, we're going to be talking about the opposite, PlayStation. We are going to be talking about PlayStation. We are going to be talking about the head of PlayStation and the studios, first-party studios that PlayStation has, and what we see them maybe doing in 2022.
Yeah, this is by far out of the three Titans, I have probably the least amount of knowledge in.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So,
Well, studios-wise, no. I honestly don't know very many. I don't know the names of the Nintendo studios just because they don't flex them.
I'll be honest. They don't
never-
even. They just.
It's gonna be hard to find the names. I'm sure.
Are we even doing Nintendo?
I plan to.
I mean,
We gotta do the three Titans.
I know, but like
You guys let us know in the comments or the chat if you guys want us to do Nintendo.
because they don't during all the trailers they never flex they never
No,
they don't flex they never say
really
the
don't.
so I mean what's the point? It's I mean we could substitute with something maybe, but I mean at that point I don't know. God, I am
We'll
not
see.
I am not in this camera again.
No, you're really not.
Bro, what are you doing with the camera, bro? You just want all the attention. I mean,
Bro,
that's
the camera's
fine.
just turning
Bro.
because we keep on smacking the table. Moves it.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, we're here. We're gonna be doing PlayStation, and I mean, what? Okay, give us your background on PlayStation. What you know currently?
House.
Just like a general.
I know Insomniac stuff, of course, because I mean it's Insomniac. How do you not know about that? I know House Marquee, or however you pronounce it. They made Returnal, of course. God of War.
God, just you saying Returnal.
This man is a Returnal sim.
I'm starting
recently.
to become one. Yeah.
After this, he's gonna play more Returnal.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And
While
it's probably gonna be midnight by the time.
Well, I'm probably gonna be playing Metroid Dread. Naughty Dog. I wonder why I know who Naughty Dog is.
It's so sad that Naughty Dog's come to that point because they used to be so awesome with their Uncharted stuff.
Yeah.
And Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
And then Last was Part 2.
Yeah.
God,
And then Quantic Dream. Or
No.
what? Did I mess up the name?
That's not. Well, no, that's right. Quantic Dream is a studio. They're not owned by PlayStation.
Which one am I thinking of then? Isn't
Quantum Dream made Detroit Become Human.
Are they not a part of?
So remember what I told you? There was like a studio that collabs with other studios to make it like a PlayStation exclusive. That was one of those deals.
I know Media Molecule.
There you go. There you go. Oh, we were muted. Never mind.
And then I know Sucker Punch, is that what it is? Because of you, because of Ghost of Tsushima.
What's your background on PlayStation?
Used to go to my friend's house, play Little Big Planet. I never grew up with a PlayStation. I mean, I went to my friend's house and played like BioShock, Little Big Planet, Scott. Well, that's not that makes, but like I played Scott Pilgrim on it for the first time. And there were some other games that I played, but like I would watch a little bit. But yeah, that's really about it.
You had a PSP, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't have anything like you would think I would have. I had a Sonic racing game where you would actually run, and then I had this blob game where it's like you turn into little blobs and you like go across levels and complete them. I had G-Force. You know that movie with the hamsters?
Yeah.
I had that game on PSP.
I think you can stop. So him with PlayStation's not the strongest. I think we can confirm. Hey, but that's why we're here. We're here to improve.
I moved the camera over on accident again.
Oh my god.
It's because I hit the table. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
So, as you can see, it's time for me to learn.
All right. So, what console is their current gen?
You mean like with the whole like what's
like what is their current hardware? Okay, I thought this was gonna be like Austin going, "Are you stupid? Stop asking me these dumb questions." But no, like he's actually what? The PS5, bud. That's their current hardware.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were trying to ask like, I don't know.
What operating system are they running on? Oh my! All right, so we definitely have some work to do.
No, I know it's a PS5.
All right,
I mean that's
good,
obvious.
Good. All right,
because they're so hard.
What
to
is the
get.
new kind of technology in the controllers? Do you know what it's called? The actual terms?
No.
Okay, write this down. This is actually important.
No, different paper, because I'm gonna write one with all the studios.
Okay. DualSense haptic feedback.
I guess this haptic. What?
Dual with an A, but it's fine. That's like a 1v1.
I wrote DUEL by the way because I thought okay since haptic what?
Haptic feedback.
Okay, and why do they call it this, John?
Because it puts like a bunch of different feelings in your hand. I'm serious.
Okay. Wouldn't that just be all?
They literally quote, "It puts the game in your hands."
Wouldn't that just be like Rumble?
Rumble sucks. I'm sorry. It's just vibration. Why even call it Rumble? It's just vibration.
Because why would you call it that when you could call it Rumble, which is like an easier name and also people are nasty.
No, it's not like Rumble. Like when for instance, when it's raining in Returnal, you can feel the like water drops hitting your character.
I didn't feel that.
It wasn't raining when you were playing. Where was it? You idiot!
Move the camera.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, I keep hitting the table.
God, this is not going good. This guy is more dumb than I thought.
No. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's talk about your music taste.
All right.
Let's see how much you know compared to me.
I don't really care about music all that much. I mean, I like trailer music. I'm a trailer music.
I don't care that much
enthusiast.
about PlayStation.
I know. You don't have one.
Cause I hate them.
They got too many dang exclusives.
They got too many exclusives that I can't play. Screw them. Why do they pay other freaking studios to have timed exclusives? We deserve to have them on all platforms so we can play them. Just because PlayStation's mad. Because no reason they're actually...
I do agree. I think timed exclusives. I don't like timed exclusives. Full on excuses. Full on.
That's
full
what
on,
I produce every time
full
when
on
I say...
exclusives. I don't care about those. Are fine with me. But timed exclusives are just really stupid to me. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's actually get started here.
Okay.
Do you know who the head of PlayStation is?
I don't remember his name. He's like the least recognizable to me.
Yeah,
I just know you said that you don't like him.
I don't like him.
Who is he?
Jim.
Oh, the picture.
I should have put like a funny picture of it. Jim Ryan is the new head of PlayStation. Replaced Sean Layden, R.I.P. He's not dead, but like he left.
Oh, I thought he died.
No.
That's an actual R.I.P. Dang.
Sean Layden was pretty good. And we got this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever played a video game? Make your predictions in the comments down below. Anyway. So yeah, Jim Ryan, ever since he's joined, sure, he's kept the quality in exclusives for the most part. Last of Us 2 excluded. And he's kept the quality of the exclusives. And, you know, he's overall done a good job, but the problem is he's made a couple of, not really a couple, he's made a lot of questionable decisions, for sure. But he has slowly been getting better, I will say.
I don't know why I just keep thinking you're going to find any minute to just mention Last of Us Part 2. I don't know why.
Nah, I wouldn't mention Last of Us Part 2 because that would be a bad joke. Alright, anyway.
So yeah, at least
That's good stuff. Alright.
we're getting funky.
We're getting funky.
Okay.
Alright.
I got him down.
What do you think of Jim Ryan?
Based off this picture, I mean, he's got a big nose.
He does. You should see, like, some people make him have, like, Pinocchio noses for Photoshop and stuff.
I don't know what to think about a man if I don't know anything. There's just a picture of him on this, and he's just...
Okay, what do you think of PlayStation currently when it comes to their internal?
I mean, like, I bet he makes good decisions, but I don't know anything about him. I feel like he's the least recognizable.
He is.
Like, I know Reggie, yeah, was that, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I questioned that. Reggie and Phil Spencer, like, they're so much more recognizable than him. Like, I don't...
Doug Bowser is even more recognizable just for his name, honestly.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this dude. Like, you could tell me this guy was, like, the head of PlayStation, and I'd be like, who is that? Like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Because I never see this man.
Nope. Well, he is in most PlayStation events, I'll say.
He must be that unrecognizable.
Yeah. Just not very exciting. He's like, we are pushing hardware to meet everybody's expectations. And trust me, it's all about the games. Enjoy. Spider-Man! You know? But anyway, let's get on with the studios, the actual important part. Because as Jim Ryan says, it's all about the games. Which, I mean, he's not wrong. But he's also not right. Like, games are definitely the most important thing. I mean, we're talking about game industry. But it goes farther than just actual games. But anyway, what better one to start off with than I'm pretty sure like everybody's favorite studio, at least in PlayStation. Actually, I would say a lot of people's favorite studios just in general, to be honest with you. And that is Insomniac. You know,
Don't do. I think you moved the camera. There, that should be okay.
Insomniac Games. So obviously, if you guys don't know Insomniac Games, they are the creators behind all these fantastic looking franchises. Honestly, they have some banger franchises: Spider-Man, Sunset Overdrive, Ratchet and Clank, Spyro, whatever you guys want to call them. Even Resistance, is not that bad of a franchise.
Wait, they made Spyro?
Yeah. Oh my god, bro!
I had no idea. I actually never know who made Spyro, but I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty awesome. Anyway, they have announced Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And a new Wolverine game. Everybody should know this. And Insomniac's just been really, really good for PlayStation. They bought them for, I think, $1.2 billion, which is actually probably the best deal any studio has gotten.
How much does Xbox pay for both?
Well, so here's the thing. What I mean by that is PlayStation got, like, basically stole Insomniac. They paid $1.2 billion for Insomniac. Xbox paid $7.8 billion.
Oh, okay. I mean, to Microsoft, that's nothing. I feel.
No, it's not. It's back pocket change. But, like, for PlayStation, like, the fact that I would say Bethesda and Insomniac are pretty equal in quality, I'd say. The fact that Insomniac was that much cheaper, and yet they're so good, it just continues. The more games they make, the more that they show, it just comes to tuition that Insomniac is like one of the gaming's best deals that a studio has ever got. Like, they basically robbed Insomniac. The fact that Microsoft had to pay $8 billion for Bethesda, and PlayStation got these guys for $1.2 billion. It's crazy.
Wow, that's a steal.
It is. It really is a steal. And then, like I said, they carried all these amazing games. We got Spider-Man 2 on the way. I'm sure that's going to be a good game. And we got Wolverine. Now, we're going to actually talk about this because we don't talk about PlayStation games too often, I'll say. Like, we mention them, but we don't really, like, talk about our feelings towards them. So we're also going to focus on that a little bit this part. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine while I go grab a monster?
I mean, so I like Wolverine and the aspect that they're going to go for. I mean, they're already, of course, done multiple Spider-Man games and doing Spider-Man 2. And I like what they're going for the new Spider-Man, but, like, I'm wondering how it's going to go with Wolverine. Because I'm kind of wondering how the aspect, I would have to assume, do you think it'd be, like, open world? Or
Wolverine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting question. See, that's why I'm gonna like this because we don't really go too deep into PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Thing is, I feel like the obvious answer is yes, because obviously they perfected the open world in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I would argue Ratchet and Clank does have open world aspects. It's just not as big.
Yeah.
So the obvious answer should be like yes. But how are you gonna really do an open world game with Wolverine? Like, he's not the fastest. He's not like he can't like run up walls unless he like rock climbs with his claws.
Yeah.
Like it would literally just be him running everywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you get like a
taxi,
like the X-Jet or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know how they're gonna do that. But like I think there should be an open world. And I think it will be. It'll be really interesting to see how they do it. I'll tell you this though, when it comes to Wolverine, that combat better be like amazing. Like when I think Wolverine, I think brutal, awesome combat. Like, so I really hope they pull that off.
Yeah.
But then Spider-Man 2, you know?
Yeah. Spider-Man 2, like, I think it's cool just the fact that they're adding Miles and Spider-Man the same thing, and also adding Venom.
Yeah.
Like, I think just those three together, I think it's just really interesting enough to bring everyone, you know, to that next. Because of course, they've already done Miles Morales, they've already done normal Spider-Man. I think just adding Venom and putting those two together is just an experience that like is really gonna make people keep coming back to the Spider-Man franchise games.
Yeah. I agree. Because obviously we got the 2018 Spider-Man, then we got Spider-Man Miles Morales in 2020, and now we're getting a game where it combines both of those, and you're putting them against debatably the most iconic Spider-Man villain of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's gonna be co-op. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's gonna be co-op or not?
If it's co-op, that's actually really, really awesome.
It is
But
really awesome.
how is that gonna work? Is it gonna be like? I mean,
No. I'm talking like online. Like, is it gonna be online, like multiplayer?
I mean, I could see that. I was wondering, like, I thought you were saying local. I was like, local would be kind of weird.
Local.
It could, but I
they're
don't.
not
I
gonna
don't
do
like.
local.
I feel like it ruins the aspect. See, my thing was split screen. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't like.
I like it, but it really ruins the immersion. I feel sometimes because
Yeah.
you're not getting that full screen of
Yep.
everything. There are some games it's okay. It Takes Two. I don't care. Like I really don't. I feel like I'm getting everything just playing on a different screen, like half of it.
Yeah.
So it's very hit or miss. But I feel like with a game like Spider-Man, no, I don't think it should be local split screen.
I agree. I think online would just work perfectly for
Yeah.
this. I think they can make it work without being a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only having to control two. It's
Yeah.
not like you're asking like the Avengers online multiplayer.
Yeah.
But what's really gonna intrigue me is how, because we know Spider-Man, Peter Parker's moveset and everything, how he plays, and we know Miles Morales. How are they gonna make it? Because sure, they can just put those two and you play as those two, but when you put them together and you can have a co-op, there's got to be a way to like actually do teamwork. There's got to be like combos that you could do together with your friend, or like special like strategies.
I expect Insomniac to not miss.
No, I
I
think
think-
it's definitely gonna be a hit. It's just
Yeah.
how much of a hit.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on, we're going to Sucker Punch, my second favorite studio in PlayStation. And what do they make? This is a serious question.
Final Fantasy set. I'm kidding. No, they make Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. Yeah. They do make Ghost of Tsushima. Do you know what else they make?
I have
One
no
of my
idea.
favorite PlayStation franchises that I don't talk about a lot because no one else has played it in our friend group. It's very sad.
I want to guess, but I
And
thought
it's
I
one that hasn't gotten a game in a while. The last game we got was for the launch of PlayStation.
I have no idea.
Technically, got like a little tiny like DLC game.
I'm not even gonna try to spell Tsushima.
They made Infamous.
What is that?
You've never seen Infamous?
No. Nope.
All right, we got work to do. So Infamous is basically a game where you get to play as this superhero that gets these like crazy powers. For instance, on the PlayStation 3, they had Infamous, but it was a completely different character, and his powers were based on electricity and lightning, right? This guy has like magic power. Kind of like, I wouldn't say Doctor Strange. I would say like, I I guess like Doctor Strange, but it's not like spells or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how he can make like a saw, he can make like a whiplash, he can make like shields and stuff.
Yeah.
He can kind of do that. He could do like big blasts. He can do that just without the actual like spell and like fancy stuff. You know what I mean? You're able to like do really big jumps, run really fast. The parkour in this game is really awesome. Jump from like wall to wall. It's really cool what you're able to do. Like teleport. It's really fun. It's like one of those games where you, like, for instance, you would love because you just get a free run.
Yeah.
Use all these cool powers to your advantage. Really, really cool. And then, of course, they make Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper. You know Sly Cooper,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Sly Cooper, classic. We need a new Sly game so bad. We need a new Sly and Jak and Daxter. Bring back the other platformers, PlayStation. Bring back your other beloved platformers. I swear to gosh.
There's rumors that Sly Cooper's getting another game or whatever it is.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked because think about it. Sucker Punch obviously came out with Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Right? That's really the only game that they've released recently. It's already confirmed they're working on Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Yeah.
That's just a really bad logo, but it's fine. It's not the real thing. But you gotta think. They're not just working on one thing. They gotta be working on something else. So, personally, I'm rooting for a Sly Cooper reboot, remake, whatever. Something Sly Cooper. We need it back. Be really, really fun. And knowing Sucker Punch, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Sucker Punch is a master at making immersive, like, settings. Immersive settings, characters, and combat. Like, that is... And then I would even argue, especially after playing Ghost of Tsushima, they are masters of storytelling. My God, they are great. What is wrong with you? Is it Oscar? Is it Oscar? Is that what you're asking? Oh, no. Not with Ghost of Tsushima. No. No. Alright, let's just move on before we spend 20 minutes laughing. Alright. Gotta mark it out, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, let's actually talk about this. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima? You've obviously heard my thoughts.
Well, I've watched you play it a little bit.
I'm thinking about playing it again, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about
Oh my goodness, John.
Yeah.
I like the combat a lot, and I really like the story. I don't know a lot about the characters though, and that's the one thing. Like, I mean,
do you
if
know
I
the main
watch it,
character's name?
I don't remember exactly. And it's probably Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is it?
It's Bill. I'm joking.
it's
I'm
not.
joking. No.
No.
It's Jin Sakai.
I remember something. Yeah,
Jin
it sounds familiar from what I.
Lord Sakai.
Yeah. But yeah, like I like it. It looks really fun.
If it ever came to PC, would you play it?
Probably. Yeah.
For the right price, of course.
Yeah. As long as it ran good.
Yeah, that too.
Unlike-
For some reason, PC ports seem to be very difficult.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake would like to have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so mad about that. I'm still mad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's just upsetting. Disappointing. Alright. What are your thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima 2? I'll real quick. You can think about it. Think about what you want to say.
Just do it. Literally just do it.
You can have my money, PlayStation.
Like, if John wants it, I want it.
Yes. Like, look.
See, listen. I want all you to know I'm a good guy. If someone wants a game and you're friends with me, I support you. I hope you get it. If it's a good series and a good game, even if I'm not into it, if you get it, it makes me happy.
What if I wanted to Last of Us 3?
Canceled Chain Studios, shut down PlayStation, Naughty Dog, yeah.
No, it's done. I mean,
We're not even friends anymore at that point.
But no, Ghost of Tsushima 2.
People are gonna hate us for crapping on Last of Us Part 2.
I don't even know what they're gonna do for Ghost of Tsushima 2.
I
Question
mean,
is, are they even gonna call it Ghost of Tsushima 2?
how was the ending? Like, don't spoil too much. Just is the ending like?
It's kind of like Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
No Way Home. It's like the whole game is basically about Jin taking on the role
Yeah.
of the ghost, wanting to actually do the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he has so many things dragging him down. And at the end, he basically, like, goes, like, he is, like, officially, like, at the end, he is officially the ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think the story is like can continue off of that specific, or do you think?
yeah, so
Do you,
I think...
do you think maybe they might pick a different
like
character?
I said, well, that's something is questionable because, so like I said, I kind of relate it to Spider-Man No Way Home because Tom Holland's trilogy was all about him trying to become a hero, trying to learn all the balance between the Peter Parker life, the Spider-Man life, dealing with all the consequences, all his responsibilities as a hero, and then in No Way Home, he finally throws all that out the window, is like, all right, I'm just gonna be Spider-Man. Like, I am
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I'm gonna be the hero. And it ended with him going completely solo. Completely solo.
Yeah.
New suit, new morals. And the next trilogy is just gonna be him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I kind of see that as this next sequel for Ghost of Tsushima. Because the first one is all about him trying to do the right thing, debating whether he wants to become the ghost or stay a true samurai, right? And so this next one will be, you don't have to go through any of that. It is full-on ghost time.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary because part of the glory of the first one is that whole, what do you want to do? Do you want to stay true or do you want to be the ghost? Obviously, everyone wants to become the ghost. But
Yeah.
now, how are they going to work with the story since you don't have that kind of aspect?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little
Makes a lot of
interesting. I just don't know how it's going to work. All I know is I'm excited because combat
I
and...
will ask, do you think they would maybe change main character?
That is something that Christian said he kind of wants to happen. I don't want that to happen because I love my boy Jin Sakai so
Yeah.
much, but like...
Well, there's a thing with like a bunch of game series is like they will change up the main
yeah.
character.
Oh yeah.
Because
Infamous did that.
yeah. I don't know. Like, is there any character that stands out in the game that like has a big role that you could see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like changing positions that you don't think their story is represented enough?
The female, like the main female in the game, I think could do it. Her name is Yuna. Everyone knows. Yep, Yuna. Basically, at the very beginning of the game, she's the one who saves Jin Sakai from dying. And
Yeah.
she's basically your like sidekick throughout the whole game. Like although the thing is, all she is a sister to like a brother, obviously, a sister to another character who just needs Jin Sakai's help to free her brother. And then once you
Yeah.
do so,
I remember that.
I'm gonna have to say spoiler alert, mute or whatever. The brother dies.
No.
Yuna's brother dies, and because what was gonna happen was Yuna and her brother were gonna go to another island
Yeah.
and start a new life there, right? And since the brother died, Yuna was then like, screw it, I'm gonna stay here and help you defeat the Mongols. And then at the end of at the end of the game, she decides that she's just gonna help Jin in any way she can, right?
Yeah.
What if they took the approach of her kind of becoming her own hero in a way?
Yeah.
I could see that being pretty...
The love interest. I don't know. Are they more like a
I
friendship?
think, honestly, I just thought about this, because I mentioned earlier, are they going to call it Ghost of Tsushima 2? Because it wouldn't really make too much sense, but it could. Depending on what kind of story they go for. It's all going to be about what story they go for.
Yeah.
If they do go with Yuna's story, I think it should be the ghost of Yarikawa, because that's the land she came from. It's this city temple
I like that
in
name.
Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Yarikawa. I think that could be pretty cool. We'll see, man. I just can't wait, just because obviously Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
But anyway, we just spent a while talking about that.
Well, I mean, it's your favorite
dead.
game.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I talk about, even though Sonic's not my favorite, I talk about him for like hours upon.
You just complain about it.
because his games are bad, and it shouldn't be bad. A multi-billionaire company or studio should not. No.
They're really multi-billion.
A
Multi-million.
multi-million-dollar studio should not be failing to support and make good games for
Their main
like one of
mascot.
the
For their
biggest
mascot.
video game mascots of all time, top 10 in the world. That's facts.
Oh yeah, no, that's fact.
That's just like how? Like what? On to the next studio.
All right.
You did this.
I know. Sorry. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
House Murky.
So this is a newly acquired studio for PlayStation.
Oh wow, newly acquired.
They acquired them this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
This, huh?
Yeah, this year.
And they already are
They
producing.
acquired them after Returnal came out.
And they're already producing this many bangers. Okay, so basically, wait, hold on. Okay. So I'm guessing all the games that they've made before they acquired them.
Yes.
Okay, how much did they get for this? How much did they pay for them?
No idea. Those details haven't come out.
No.
I don't think.
I
Maybe.
wonder if that was also a steal
Let me
because
see. Well, so here's the thing: we won't know until like they start releasing more games.
research time.
Pay house. No, not bullet point. Let's see. House Marquee is an 80-person studio. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't know if they have a price. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, they got them for free.
I'm gonna say like at least $2 billion, because the prices for studios are just going up.
Yeah.
But the reason I say it's kind of cheap is Returnal.
Yeah.
They're Returnal.
Gonna be playing it once we're
Gonna
done.
be playing it once we're done. Is God, it's so good, phenomenal. But after that, there's really nothing else that's like stands out. Truly, like they have a bunch of good games. I'm not saying they've never made anything else good, but it's all like strategy, arcade, just small little fun games. But Returnal was like their first AAA take. It was their first AAA. It was their first of the genre, the more cinematic area of the gaming world, right? And we have a distraction. Give us 1 second. Anyway, back to what I was saying, is Returnal is kind of like their first big game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's happy to say, they crushed it. Absolute 10 out of 10.
You might want to check out the cameras. All right.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Dude,
What do you think of Returnal?
Okay, we're okay.
What do you think of Returnal?
I like it. I just haven't like. It's a very, it's great. I mean, looking at it, I like the gameplay. I like the fast-paced gameplay of it. I think that's like really immersive. I think the visuals are stunning. Like, I think what really brings out the game is the bosses.
Yes.
I think the bosses.
Oh, you were there for that one.
Yeah.
That was wild.
I think the bosses bring out a lot of creativity. And I just think the enemies are what really I think is one of my favorite parts. Like the gameplay, I think is the number one part. Then I would say, no, that's hard because I really like the enemy design and just the. No, gameplay first. I'd say, oh my goodness, I would say then visual second, and then the story is it's kind of it's not I just wish at times you get a little bit more. You know what I mean? But it's not exactly.
I will say, the story is more of a. The story is more of a. You get a good chunk of it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Remember the opening scene? It's you start finding your dead corpses, and you're like, oh, it's another astronaut, right?
Yeah.
And then you pick up audio logs that you previously recorded, and you're like, wait, what? And then you go, the gameplay completely captivates you to the point where you're not even focused on the story. And then you start seeing all these other clues, and then you get to the boss fight, and then you're like, dang it, I died, I guess I gotta restart loop. And then you realize that everything connects right then and there. Yeah. All the clues you found, all the thoughts you had, what, is that me, or is that another dead astronaut? How did I find an audio log, and why did I die, is because that is what the game is about, completely. It sets the tone, right?
Yeah.
It's oh, those are my previous dead bodies, and she is recording what she learns every time she dies.
Yeah.
So it gives you a good chunk of story right then and there.
Yeah.
And then the rest is kind of more as it's less of once you get there, you're gonna have this awesome cutscene or awesome cinematics, right?
Yeah.
It's less of big drama moments.
Yeah.
It's more learn about the world, the setting, the characters as you go.
Yeah.
Which is honestly, it may not be the most compelling story, I will admit.
Yeah.
Even though I'm going crazy over this game, it's definitely not one of the most compelling stories, but it works perfectly for the game that they are trying to go for.
Yeah.
Because they wanted a fast-paced, action-based recycle loop.
Yeah.
And when you do it, even though you're recycling the loop over and over again, you learn something new every single time. You learn something new every single time, and it really makes it honestly, that's why I say it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Even though it's not the most compelling story, the story for what we have works with the game so well.
Yeah, I mean, a game doesn't. I've said this forever. A game doesn't have to have a top tier story.
No,
it doesn't.
It's kind of like Mario.
As long as it gets to the point, you know, it could. I mean, Mario's a perfect example. That man, literally same plot every single time. Wow, Bowser captures Peach. Oh wow, guys, we've seen it every game, and they continue to stay some of the best in platforming history.
Yeah,
as usual.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just kind of how it is, and you know, sometimes I really like a lot of story. It's just sometimes I think what's more annoying is when there feels like there's story, and then it's just I want more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. It's okay, with Doom, listen. I'm going to talk about Doom, okay?
Okay.
So I really like Doom. I really do. But I'm not understanding the whole story of it. I get it. At the beginning, humans are like, help, we need, there's aliens attacking, and I get it, the Doom guy's so he so he goes and kills all of them, and then it's you kill all the priests, and I'm just I kind of wish I knew why he was doing it. I mean, I don't think they ever preferenced why, but I'm also playing Eternal, which is probably a problem because I bet the one before probably had a. There's so many things I feel like I'm missing that I don't it's not bad. I feel like I'm missing something huge that's making me not enjoy it as much as I feel like I could. I don't know what it is. I like it. I just wish I would know a little bit more. Because it feels like one of those games that I would see that's super story driven, but I just feel like I'm not retaining a lot. I'm just oh, I'm killing the priest to, I guess, save these humans, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just very lost, I feel. Like, I
Yeah.
understand what it's trying to, like...
I
Show
understand
me.
that with Doom, but at the same time, I can't relate because I don't have that big of an issue with it. Probably because I'm more familiar with Doom,
Probably.
like as a franchise, so I don't really have those kind of questions. But like, I can see where you're coming from. Like, if Doom Eternal is your first one, the story probably isn't like all that compelling. Like,
Yeah.
it probably isn't. But one other thing I'd like to talk about Returnal because I love talking about this game. It's like the first time I've been able to talk about it until we do the actual review of the game. Is this game continues to impress me even after like 8 to 10 hours of playing the game. Every time I go somewhere new or I unlock something new, it just impresses over and over again. When I first started the game, I'm like, yo, this is pretty fast paced. Like, and these visuals are awesome. I'm pretty impressed by this. And then the opening happened. It's like, whoa, this story like just actually got a lot more interesting. Like, I was not expecting this. And then you get to the enemies. You're like, oh my god, yo, this is actually really fun.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing all these different weapons and the stats. You're like, okay, that's pretty interesting. Then you get to the boss fight, and you're like, oh, this is sick. Like, this is awesome. And then you unlock a sword, and you're like, what? Like, I was not expecting this at all. And then, once you beat the boss, there's multiple areas?
Yeah.
Question mark? Like, was not expecting that at all. Once you get to the next area, you unlock more things, like another weapon. You unlock
Different pathways for shortcuts on how to get
different
back to where you were.
Yeah, and that's not even where we're at yet. But yes, that is true. Then you unlock a grappling hook. You're like, how much more does this game have that we didn't know about? And then once you die, you go way back to start. And then you realize that this place that you weren't able to get to when you first started the game, and you now are, was a shortcut to the third area that you haven't even been yet. And it's like, dang, they really thought this stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. It just continues to impress. And then every boss fight is new, unique, challenging, and really, really fun. This game just has so many wow and surprise factors that it just impresses me, like, every time I play it. Which is honestly, like, one of the reasons why I'm probably so addicted to it. Because I want to go back in and see what new stuff I can figure out.
I definitely think for me, it's like, I think the enemies, like,
They're
just
just
the
really cool.
gameplay, just that.
I have to
and-
say, that second boss was like, that was
Oh, yeah.
really cool. Like
Yeah.
the flying and everything,
Yeah.
that was sick.
I will say what also I think is what is another really interesting thing about it is the benefits / negatives of items in that game.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that is so different.
It is a game that keeps you on your feet. And I feel like that's what a horror game should do. It may not be the scariest game, but it definitely keeps you on your feet. And that's what I think
Yeah.
a scary game should do, is keep you on your feet.
It also makes finding an actual good like parasite more rewarding because you're like, yo, this one can actually help out really good. Because there are so many bad ones. Like, that is too big of a downside. I just can't risk it.
And then getting malfunctions. And once you get a malfunction, oh god. That's pain and suffering.
Which I found out there's malfunction and then there's critical malfunction. It's like this game just thought about everything.
Yeah.
Like House Marquee is really talented. It's not that they produce the most amount of games.
They probably
it's
will.
just-
That's
Oh yeah,
that's something.
I think House Marquee is gonna become like the next Insomniac for PlayStation.
Yeah, but
and Sucker Punch.
I just feel like, I mean, with 80, I mean,
Well, it's gonna improve now that they acquired them.
yeah,
Like think about all the Xbox studios; they have grown tremendously.
yeah,
So if PlayStation's anything like them, which I hope they are,
yeah.
then it should look good for House Marquee. But I don't know what they're working on next. I don't know if it's going to be a new IP. I'm hoping for Returnal 2. That would be awesome. I haven't finished the game, so I don't know how the
E3.
story's going to
I
work.
bet
with that.
they're gonna announce something
Dude,
E3.
if they're going to be at E3, dude.
I
gonna be at
think
E3.
Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Do
If they are at E3, I could see
why do they not do
if
E3?
they're going to come
do
back.
do they just think they're not good enough for E3?
Yeah. That's literally the reason.
I just love your
honestly.
I just love your instant answer. Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the honest answer. Same thing with EA. They just think they're too good and they have their own event. But here's the thing. If there's gonna be any year where they come back, it's gonna be this year because it's the first time in ages we've had an in-person gaming event.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be any year, it's gonna be this year. But oh my god, I would go crazy if House Marquee was even there. It doesn't even have to be Returnal 2. I just have so much love for House Marquee now that I would go crazy. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, you just went on a.
This is nice, like, cause like I said, we haven't really talked about PlayStation games all that much, so this is interesting.
Well,
I feel like you're learning more about PlayStation though, to be honest.
Yeah, well, for some reason, it's like with PlayStation, it's just I know a lot of their games. I know so many, I just can't play them because time exclusives and just like with Final Fantasy VII Remake, like all my friends like tell me play it. And
I think eventually,
I'm like, how do I play it?
I'll be honest with you. I think eventually you should get a PlayStation.
Oh god.
But I'm not saying like this year or anything.
Oh,
I'm talking like
getting one is like near impossible.
I'm talking
now.
like,
and they say they're about to run.
My thought is like 2023 Black Friday, like when it's on sale and when there's no like bad stock issues.
Yeah.
That's when I think you should get one. But I do think you should get a PlayStation eventually. Write that down. Anyway, so Naughty
get
Dog.
PlayStation on December 21st. Oh, sorry.
That was really loud.
Oh boy, look at that.
Okay.
Look at who. Oh,
So Naughty Dog.
I know you. You made a really great game 2 years ago. That won Game Awards. For some godly reason, because I think that someone paid for them to win. Did you see that?
Yep.
Everyone was like, "Yeah, they paid. They had to have paid." Because like there was some awards like, okay, some people were like, okay, there's awards I could see that it somehow won, but like some of them were just like, how in the world did it win this like award?
All right. So here's the deal. Naughty Dog, quickly becoming one of my least favorite studios, just for the main fact they just number one came out with a pretty bad game.
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2. Visually, it was great. Gameplay wise, was great. But when it's a story-driven game, and the story is debatably one of the worst stories ever, like it just it ruins the game completely.
Yeah.
Visuals can only go so far.
Yeah.
But the sad thing about it is Naughty Dog used to be one of my favorites because Uncharted is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and all of those games are. I would argue every single one of those games in the franchise is 10 on 10.
Yeah.
I'm not just being biased. That's why I love the franchise so much, because you could pick any game and have a 10 out of 10 experience. It really is gold. And then they made Last of Us Part 2, and it's like, wow. And then they start making all these really stupid decisions, like taking over other people's projects or whatnot, or like making a remake of Last of Us 1, which is the only good Last of Us, and we just got a remaster for that not too long ago. It's like, why are you making a remake? It's so dumb. It's like, what is, like, Naughty Dog has just lost it. Like, I honestly, like, don't have really any hope for Naughty Dog anymore. Like, I don't even know if I get excited unless it's Uncharted. And even then, I'm worried. I almost hope they don't make any more Uncharted, because I don't want it to turn out like Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Because I actually care about, like, Uncharted franchise.
Yeah.
So I would be in that community, like, the fan base gets split.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in that fan base.
Yeah.
So it's really worrying, but nonetheless, Naughty Dog is talented. They just are not making near good decisions right now. I hope it changes, though. I hope it changes. If anything, come out with a new game, preferably new IP, impress everyone, and then that can start gaining trust again. I think that's the best case scenario for them right now, because if they make another Uncharted, it is going to be so worrisome,
Yeah.
If they make another Last of Us, it's just gonna get hated on, right? They need a new IP.
Yeah, because their
impress
favorite
people.
character is dead.
Yeah. Well, that's a way to put it.
I
But
mean,
no. I mean, yeah, no.
They played Wii Sports Golf on that man's head. Like,
Yeah. And then they make you play as the killer for 10 hours.
oh, that, and then she doesn't die either. She,
Nope, you don't even get a killer.
Oh my gosh.
Instead, you get to kill other people.
Yeah, and critics thought it was a good game because they have no emotions.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep. No, they just care about the visuals. All right. Anyway, moving on. As we know, Uncharted,
Yeah.
legendary, amazing, 10 out of 10, everything. Last of Us, 10 out of 10 for the first game. Actually, like honestly,
Yeah,
the first game is amazing,
I have heard Last of Us is like
really good.
I've honestly heard people say Last of Us is top 3 best PlayStation games.
Yeah.
like you can experience.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then 2 came out, and
They also make Jack and Daxter.
oh,
Could we get Jack and Daxter? If they're gonna make one game that isn't a new IP, it's got to be Jack and Daxter. gotta be Jak
I
and
didn't know a lot about Jak and Daxter. I just know whenever I played PlayStation All Star Brawl,
It's like Ratchet.
I remember. Yeah, that's like
Flip
their-
Flop. The little guy's a creature,
Yeah,
and the other guy
gosh,
is like
he looks
more of a
crazy.
human.
He-
Clank's not anywhere close to human, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I think Jack and Daxter could be really cool,
yeah.
especially if they go for like a Ratchet and Clank visual style. I
Yeah.
think, that could be really cool.
Yeah, but who knows what they're doing anymore?
Who knows?
Might be creating Last of Us Part.
It's so funny because
Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
It's so funny because I feel like we are gonna be getting one of them, Jack and Daxter, and leaks and rumors keep on coming out. It's like one day it's like we're getting a new Sly Cooper, like leaks and rumors like completely surround this, and then the next day it's like no, it's Jack and Daxter. It's like which one is it gonna be? Can we get both?
Is it both?
Could we get both?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Honestly, I would be so proud of PlayStation if they did that.
Yeah.
Bring 2 beloved franchises back.
I feel PlayStation like, yes, platforming god here. I feel like PlayStation has like the least amount. Well,
Of platformers?
never mind. I take that back. Xbox probably. Because what do they have? Like,
They have technically they have Banjo.
yeah, but he's dead. He's not.
I mean, so
probably-
is Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper.
You're right. Yeah.
And Spyro for that matter.
Yep. Xbox really. I mean, Psychonauts.
Psychonauts, he's dead. Psychonauts.
I mean,
That's
what?
really it.
And then PlayStation has like Ratchet. They need to work on these.
Spider-Man.
They need to work on these platforms.
Yeah,
I
that's
just-
honestly like
See, this is what I'm gonna say. I get it. Listen, I get. I'm trying to get on my platforming phase. For me, something about platforming, it's just.
you don't have to get out of platforming.
Well,
phase.
no. I just because every time, because when you said like, oh, you know, if you made a 2021 like game list,
Oh, it'd
of
be all
yours would-
platformers.
Well, because for
Yeah.
some reason they're always the most fun to me. I don't,
yeah, no, that makes
I don't get what it is. Like, it's not even because it's a platformer. They just always get me the most involved,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's just the style. Because yeah, I like Returnal, but I feel like I would still prefer jumping, like just platform. I don't know.
platformer. I would argue Returnal's kind
Yeah.
of like a platform.
I don't know. I've wondered this for a while, why I'm so biased toward. I don't know. There's a lot of gameplay I prefer, like platforming just over all the others for some reason. Like I think it's just because I've never played a platforming game that has been bad. Like I haven't. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I know you're
played. Okay.
like I have not played one.
Are we really gonna start talking about Ballad of Wonderland again?
Oh my goodness.
It's so bad.
But yeah, I've never played a bad one, and they've all been amazing. And that might,
That's Xbox.
yeah, like maybe that's why. Maybe if I actually played some really bad ones, maybe that would change my mind. Like maybe I just need to play Balan's Wonderland to change my mind.
Nah, you just need to play more of other things.
Yeah,
Which is what this year's about. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go crazy.
We're going to go crazy.
We're going
dude.
crazy.
I've actually started a lot of games, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm having a hard time choosing what to finish.
Oh, welcome to the club. Yo, welcome to the club.
Oh yeah, dude, let's go.
I know.
Still haven't.
I've honestly been shocked. I've been this addicted to Returnal because there's so many games I want to play.
Still haven't finished Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm close.
Dude, you need to finish that sucker.
Dude, it's long.
It is. I think it's like 60 hours. Pretty sure.
Dude, I'm more than 60. It's because because 1 second I'm doing something, I'm in the story. Then I want to do a sub story. Then I'm like trying to get closer with, my other, characters, and then it's a whole lot, And then there's a bunch of grinding because the game only has one issue, in my opinion. One issue, and I don't even think it's that bad. It's just the levels. Sometimes certain parts of the game, character, bosses will be 15 levels higher than what it should be.
Yeah.
It's golly, for the final boss, it recommends level 75, and usually when you get to a certain point, the second to last boss, you need to be level 60. So it's 15 levels up. What happened? Yeah, but I'm a Yakuza Like a Dragon simp. I love that game. It's my third favorite game. I love it, and I can't wait to beat it.
Alrighty.
All right,
moving
let's
on.
go. We were talking about the games way too long. Oh,
We know Naughty Dog is working on another project. We know one of them is going to be a multiplayer game, which are everyone thinking it's going to be the Last of Us multiplayer game. Not because, to be fair, this one was expected because they did announce that Last of Us Part 2 would have a multiplayer mode. It didn't come out with the game. And then they later announced that they're working on a multiplayer game. So now everyone's like, oh, this is probably the Last of Us multiplayer game. It's going to bomb.
I mean,
It's gonna bomb.
after what happened, I don't think anyone's going to want to buy it.
No, probably not.
I think they should just quit.
Yeah.
And just change.
Yeah.
I actually think that'd be a way. I'm not even trying to be rude. I'm just.
They're not going to change. They're really far in development. I wouldn't be shocked if it came out this year.
I just don't think it's gonna sell well.
No, I don't think so either. Unless they make it free. They make it free to play, then I can see. Maybe. It's going to have to be one crazy multiplayer game, though.
It's sad because, I feel they're. All it takes is one bad story. And I mean, what if they're putting, a lot of work into this one, and it's actually, a good game, but people are just I hate that you killed Joel!
It's just a really bad situation with Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
They just really need to prove themselves. But we also know they're working on something else. Yeah. We don't know if it's Uncharted. We don't know if it's Last of Us remake. Prayers and hopes for Jak and Daxter or new IP. But bottom line is they are working on stuff. We just got to see what that is. Moving on, Sony Bend. Or as Austin once called it, Sony Bend Over.
Yeah, Sony Bend Over Studio.
You know what they make?
God, I know I've talked about this one, and I always forget what they make.
It's kind of a forgetful exclusive. Not taking anything away from exclusives, I actually love it. It's up there in my top 10 for PlayStation exclusives. So you don't know?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Days Gone.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Are you serious?
No. John.
We've talked about this so many times in podcasts. You actually don't know? You remember the whole fiasco how Sony Bend pitched to PlayStation Days Gone 2 and it was rejected, and then so PlayStation ordered them to work on a new Uncharted game, and then Naughty Dog took over or something?
Oh, I don't remember the title of the game. I just know you said Bend Studio was that's what happened.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, but they pitched Days Gone 2. And Sony declined it. So now they're working on a new IP, which is actually really exciting because, like me and Austin say, we want new IPs. We want new IPs for days.
That's I feel like every company. I don't want to see the same thing all the time. I get it. I will say Sony. The one thing about their PlayStation event, I like that Wolverine was there because it's new. Every company is of course gonna follow sequels. I mean, why not? If it worked the first time, why not do it again? I think Nintendo's the biggest problem with that is just rehashing the exact same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's fine, but it's not gonna live forever. You got to try something different.
I like what
at some
Xbox is
point.
doing. Like
Xbox
almost
is
half of it is like new IPs.
Xbox is doing like half and half, which is what I think every company should do, because it gives that because you have more opportunities for longer lasting, franchises, and also chances for new ones to come in that could become bigger than the other ones.
Yeah, it's all about you have things for people to look forward to next.
Yeah.
But then you have these things that are building the future of the company, right? It's like, yo, we could make sequels for all our bangers. That would maybe be like 12, right?
Yeah.
But if we make 6 sequels and 6 new IPs, in the future, we can make 24 sequels for all these bangers.
Yeah.
Think about that. And that's what studios struggle with, because yes, the sequels are going to make them more money. That's guaranteed. Unless it like blows up randomly.
Yeah.
Which it does happen. It does happen. It's all about a risk. But what they don't take in is the future. They just think they're going to keep on making sequels over and over again. Which I'm not saying so Sony's bad for doing this, but like it's something I think that they should improve on, is more new IPs.
Yeah.
Because like we said, you can make Spider-Man sequels, you can make God of War sequels, Horizon sequels, right? But all these new IPs, you can start making sequels for these new IPs. But you don't have any new IPs to work with. Days Gone was the only new IP that I could think of off the top of my head, and they rejected a sequel.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird what they're trying to go for.
In a good way, I think it's good, but it's also bad. Because what they said, not the fact, if they declined it, maybe they just want them to try something different. I feel like it is messed up not to tell a studio you can't do what you want to do. Which, in its own, now that I think about it, is messed up. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, then just giving it to another studio, that's they made that. That's, like...
Well, no other studio is making Days Gone 2. There is not going to be a Days Gone 2. They just straight up, like, said, nope. We don't want a Days Gone 2.
That's so messed up.
Yeah. Luckily, they get to make a new IP, but they originally wanted to make a Days Gone 2, so now they can't.
Well, and
they resort to
who
Plan
even
B.
knows if it's going to be good? Because how much do they care about it?
True.
Like, they could just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, go to Xbox. They'll let you do what you want.
Yeah.
Look at the way they do Rare. Rare does whatever it wants.
It's unfortunate because I feel like we've talked a lot of negative things about PlayStation, but the truth of the matter is, it's not that we hate PlayStation, or just because he's Nintendo and I'm Xbox fan, that we're downing PlayStation anyway. It's once these studios prove themselves, it's all positives. Yeah. But the last thing that we've heard from these studios, there's just been a lot of bad decisions. Yeah. That's just the most recent thing that we have to talk about. Yeah. So
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm saying this from yes, I'm a Nintendo fan. Like, yes, I don't believe in console wars. I don't. I think it's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I'll admit when facts are facts. I think PlayStation produces the best games out of all 3 of the Titans. I believe that. Yep. I think they have the best exclusives. Mm-hmm. I think they produce the best games. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of certain games could be rehashes or just certain decisions that are made. I don't hate PlayStation. Even though, yes, I say I hate them for having timed exclusives. It's just annoying because I wish at times it feels like the company itself just makes decisions that I don't agree with, but they produce such great hits that continue to be so massive. And it's like, why can't any of these other studios do that? And it's just kind of more of an annoyance, I would say, than really... I'd say it's more of an annoyance than anything. Because, there's certain, companies and stuff that I like, such as, let's say, Sega or something. And they don't have all these instances where they make people, they deny ideas or whatever they want to do or anything like that. And I don't know, it's just annoying because, I like all 3. And I'm not going to lie. I will put respect when it's due and I'll spit facts when it's facts. PlayStation is the best out of all 3, and they produce the best exclusives and best games. Now, as time goes on, do I think it's going to continue? I mean, I think Xbox has a really good start. I think as time goes on, they will. And who knows with Nintendo, because Nintendo is like very weird. I think Nintendo has one of the best lineups in 10 years. I think their lineup right now is like they're giving PlayStation I feel like a run for their money.
No, I'd agree.
Like,
yeah, no, I'd agree.
There's so many, and like I said, I don't believe in console wars. I don't. I want to play anything that I can.
Yeah.
And it's just the problem is the hardest thing to play is PlayStation because
At least with Xbox, you don't need an Xbox.
Yeah.
You could play all these on PC. Xbox just makes it all easier and cheap.
And that's
cheaper.
another thing. PlayStation doesn't do a lot of PC ports, so it's really hard. I want to play Bloodborne, and that's not on PC yet, right?
Nope.
I've wanted to play Bloodborne for so long, and I just can't play it, and it's annoying. Like it's, ugh.
And hopes are that it's gonna be changing because PlayStation did officially announce that they have a new brand, PlayStation PC.
Yeah.
So the hope, and they acquired a studio this year that specializes in PC ports.
Yeah.
So hopes are high that they could start transitioning kind of like Xbox did, which kind of helped them, get back into the groove.
PC is big, man. I don't know.
PC's huge.
It's crazy to me because, I mean, if you put it on PC, does it still? It wouldn't consider it an exclusive anymore,
It is.
right?
It's a
still
PlayStation
is?
exclusive.
That's what I was. Okay, I was thinking because
We still consider them Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Because it's a part of the Xbox
Yeah.
ecosystem.
Yeah.
It is a platform in the
Yeah.
Xbox system.
It was just weird to me that specifically PlayStation was the one that. I mean, Nintendo does not do PC. That's another thing. I would think that they would really try to get PC players in on that, but I don't know. Sony and Nintendo are they just don't do PC ports. Yeah, that's weird.
Let me talk. I'm also gonna have to agree with Austin here. Credit where credit's due. Truth be spoken, PlayStation currently does have the absolute best exclusives. I do think Nintendo's lineup looks phenomenal. I think it is one of the best lineups I've personally seen. Nintendo. Granted, I haven't been the biggest Nintendo fan in my life, but I've been doing a lot of research. I know a lot of information, and I can happily say it is a really, really good lineup. And then Xbox, like Austin said, they've had a good start. As we know, these last 6 months have been great for Xbox, and it's only forward for them. Future looks very bright.
They looking like they already have games planned for 2024.
2025, 2026.
I mean, look at Rare with
Everwild.
Who knows what?
But no,
I don't want to get into Rare. I'm upset with them.
But no.
They're kind of like the Naughty Dog of Xbox.
Honestly,
how we would describe it.
No, I would actually agree. But no, it's not like we want to hate on PlayStation. I hate console wars. Absolutely despise them. I literally have all three. I decorated all three cabinets. I love all three.
You guys can't see it, which is okay, but
Yeah.
literally, if I look under this table right now, he's got an Xbox with green LED lights behind it, a Switch with red LED lights, and a PlayStation with blue.
No.
We just want to address the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Every studio, you guys have heard me complain about constant companies. You've heard me, yes, I'm a Nintendo simp. I complain about the online service. I
Mm-hmm.
complain about PlayStation and the decisions they make. I complain about, Xbox, I haven't, recently...
I don't know what. Well, this is gonna sound very biased.
I complain about
know
a studio from...
Rare, yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't really
complain
know
about
what
a
you
studio.
Complain about Xbox. Okay, I will say the good thing about Xbox is no company's perfect, but the good thing is Xbox really listens to its community because there was in 2020 when everything started looking good, they made a decision that rocked the internet.
Yeah.
They were doubling the price of Xbox Live. Right? They were doubling the price, and it was basically them trying to make it where you had to get Xbox Game Pass if you wanted the original price.
Yeah.
Right? people blew up the internet. It was like the biggest thing. Like Xbox, people were like, please reverse this decision. Less than 24 hours, Xbox announced they were reverting their decision, putting it back to the normal price, and we got a positive out of it. They made it where you didn't even need Xbox Live to play a free-to-play game. Like, that's not like me being biased or anything. That's just what happened. Like, it's really hard to talk about negatives when there are no negatives to talk about. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying they're perfect, but
I'd say the only thing that's negative about Xbox is I'd say studios. I'm not saying studios are bad. I just think a lot of them are lacking.
That's because they haven't.
But they're also kind of newer.
They're all new. Yeah.
So it's not really like a huge negative. It's not like anything big. Like I wish Nintendo was like that, because for years and years and years and years, probably a whole decade, they've had a terrible online service. That is facts, and I will admit it. And they still continue to never change it. It's always...
Also, their hardware.
Yeah, it's always overpriced. It is terrible. It's just not good. And I wish they would listen. I feel like out of all three companies, Nintendo is probably the worst at listening. Because, like, dude, the amount of time...
I don't know. PlayStation gives them a run for their money. No. Like,
I don't know.
Nintendo listens, it just takes a really long time. Like, we finally got a Metroid.
Yeah.
We finally got a Pokemon Snap. It just takes them a really long time. Like, it takes generations.
Yeah. We're also taking a really long time to crap on all three.
I
will say Xbox just has the least amount to crap on because they're just making really good decisions.
It's because their worst time wasn't that long ago.
Like, and the thing,
that's why.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to think about this. Just because you don't, talk about the negatives of a company doesn't mean that you like them more than another. I want to preference that. Just because we say Xbox has the least amount of problems does not mean that we think we like Xbox the most. Like, that's not true. He loves Xbox. That's his favorite. Mine is Nintendo.
It's just the one I've had my entire life.
Yeah. That's like, really we're just going to speak facts. We're going to we're going to say how we feel it is and how it is. And that's it. No bias. Like, we're just, with me, no bias. I just tell it how it is. I mean, that's all.
I'd say this last week, or at least the winter break that I've been on, I've played more PlayStation than Xbox due to Returnal. But you know,
plus
due to
other
Returnal.
games like Kenna.
Kenna. Yeah, I actually have been playing a little bit of Kenna, which is another really really great game. Yeah. No, it's with Xbox. It's not that we don't want to talk about the negatives. It's just there's not a lot.
They're making a lot of really good decisions.
Yes,
which is key.
It is key,
and I think the acquisitions they're doing really good with those.
Yeah,
I think another really good thing was doing a partnership with Sega. I think that
really
was huge, not just for them but for Sega as a whole.
Yep.
It's like they, as Phil Spencer called it, they are calculated decisions.
Yeah.
They are calculated risk that they calculate before doing and then make the decision.
Do you remember what I sent you a quote that Phil Spencer said? He said that we don't acquire studios for them to help what we do.
Yeah.
We acquire studios to help them what they do.
Yeah.
That is crystal clear what their goal and intentions are, and it's what we've seen.
Yeah.
They've acquired tons of studios, and they've made them all better.
Yeah.
I can't think of one studio that they've had a negative impact, except maybe Rare, but that's not really Xbox's fault. That's just Rare's, whatever Rare's doing. I don't really know what Rare's doing. But anyway.
They just don't want to make a franchise comeback. That's huge.
What I want to say is Xbox in 2016 in the worst shape of its lifespan. Like, Xbox was ready to go bankrupt. Obviously,
we've been on Xbox so much. This might as well just be the Xbox.
We know the story of how Xbox got brought back to life by Phil Spencer. But it's crazy because you can't really talk about negative Xbox too much because they were the worst. I'd argue they've had the worst situation out of any gaming company ever. The fact that they are this huge platform that almost went bankrupt due to the terrible decisions, due to the lack of games, to the lack of value to its platform, to now it's like it's all due to good decisions.
Yeah.
That it really is. It's all due to good decisions. But anyway, let's get talking about PlayStation.
Yeah, we just went on like a.
I think it's
20
good to compare all three though.
Yeah,
I think it is.
We're gonna be here till like it's gonna be 3 hours. I'm calling it.
No, we're almost done.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we
I
only have
purposely did the bigger studios first. That way we can.
we only
talk
have
about 'em.
5 studios down. We have like so much more, right?
Yeah, but a lot of them like are either like don't have any games or
Oh.
like or only have like one.
Oh, actually,
So anyway, Guerrilla Games obviously made the Horizon Zero Dawn. One of my third favorite PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation 4 exclusives. Sorry, my third favorite PlayStation 4 exclusive. The world, characters, enemies, gameplay, story captured me completely. Do you have any thoughts on Horizon?
I don't know anything about it,
Okay.
like at all. Like I have literally no idea. I'm guessing it's like an open world,
Yup.
mythical,
Nope.
like fantasy game.
No. So it's basically
Well, no, no. That doesn't look like. It's probably like how would I describe it? Open world, like
it's an open world tribal game meets robotic futuristic dinosaurs
robot
and technology. Okay, picture this. Picture this.
Robot Jurassic
Avatar.
Park meets Avatar.
No, Avatar meets human. Obviously, Aloy, human, right?
Yeah.
So you have these tribes,
Mm-hmm.
these like characters that are almost like Viking-esque,
Yeah.
right? Meet futuristic technology, primal creatures, and a very like beautiful like mountainy forest, sea
Yeah.
world, right? It's kind of like Avatar, just more human instead of blue people.
Yeah.
But no, it's really really good. Well, at least in the first one, your main weapon was a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
In this new one, which is what they are currently working on, you can actually see she has this like a spear
Yeah.
kind of thing. So we're getting more melee, which is nice.
Yeah.
And we're also getting more of a cinematic combat, which is really cool,
Yeah.
exciting. We're getting a grappling hook, which is gonna be really fun.
Let me ask you a question.
So
Why is this title called Forbidden West? You think? Instead of Zero Dawn. Or
'cause
2.
that's what the story is about. I'm serious. Like they've actually explained that in the trailer.
Oh, really?
Like basically there is a storm.
yeah.
I don't know what the storm is or what the storm's about, but it's basically coming on the west coast of the like world,
Oh.
like the island or whatnot. And,
Yeah.
basically that's what it is. And you're getting new tribes, new creatures like those raptors right there.
Yeah.
You see them on the left? It looks
Yeah.
sick.
My goodness, yeah.
And it's gonna be more water as well. There's gonna be a lot more water this time around, which is really cool.
Oh,
This
boy.
one's actually based in. Do you know what that background looks like?
Dude,
I'm
there's-
pretty sure they did say that it's based in San Diego.
No.
That's the Golden Gate Bridge in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's really. Hang on, I'm gonna backtrack real quick. I missed the studio. Was it Sonny Ben or did I? No, okay.
No, you
not
went
yet.
over everything.
Huh?
You went over everything. Wrong gorilla now.
Well, no. I know. I just forgot to write down.
Oh, okay.
Sony Bend, new IP. Okay. But yeah, no. For Horizon for Forbidden West, it looks great. It's definitely for me. It's probably apart from Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I'd probably say it's my most anticipated PlayStation exclusive. Comes out in 2 months. Yeah.
There's a lot of things coming out in 2 months.
What they did announce as of like last week though last week, Horizon's not their only project, ladies and gentlemen. And it is confirmed. It will be a multiplayer game. And this intrigues me. Because this is something we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Sure, Xbox isn't big in the co-op area.
Yeah.
But they do have a lot of online multiplayer.
Yeah.
I would argue almost older things have online multiplayer.
I'm gonna say
PlayStation has like no multiplayer.
I'm gonna say what I like. PlayStation. Here's the thing: PlayStation struggles at multiplayer games because they've been going down this one-player's story-driven route
For real.
for a long time. Which I mean, hey, kudos to them. It's
It
working.
works and it's good, but
Um,
we want some.
but I think in general, co-op as a whole is struggling a bit, which I hope we start to see more of. But I think PlayStation needs to focus on multiplayer because when I think about games that they've come out recently that are multiplayer,
Destruction All Stars is the only one that pops in my head, and that game was not the greatest.
yeah, like
Do you even know what that game is?
no, I have
Okay.
absolutely no idea.
It's fun, but it's really bad. It's one of those games. Like, it's fun, but my God.
Would you just give up in like 2 hours?
But no, I think Guerrilla, because they're definitely one of the most talented studios in the industry. They're kind of like Hideo Kojima Productions. Like, everything they do is just like to the fullest of their potential. But to see them going in a multiplayer direction is really interesting.
Yeah.
Especially with a game like this when they made one of the most creative like worlds I think I've ever like seen put into a video game. And they're working on a multiplayer game. It's like, wow, this could be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on, we're gonna go to Media Molecule.
Yay.
Ooh, what do you think? What do you think?
I really like Media Molecule. You know, honestly, I'm gonna say this: Media Molecule. I wish they made more games because, I love Media Molecule. I like, I don't know. It's so weird because I feel like they'd be a studio that I would see making more.
Yeah.
But I will admit their games are huge. Their games are very creative and probably take a lot of time to make.
Yeah.
Especially Dreams. That game looks like that must have taken a while.
Yeah. It like blew out all their juices.
And I mean that's fine. I really just wish we got more from them.
It's crazy.
They're a studio that I would expect more from. And that's okay. Like, it's okay if they don't, but it's like, I want more, you know?
Yeah, and
like,
just for those of you who don't know, Media Molecule was the original creators of Little Big Planet, and the what you guys might know them from is Dreams. One thing I just want to say this, and then you can continue.
Yeah.
I love it. When I first found out about Dreams, it was like right after I moved into the sunroom, and it was when I obviously have had my PlayStation 5 for a while.
Yeah.
And I was just looking up, like best PlayStation exclusives because I was trying to get more exclusive to play on my PS5. Yeah. And I was watching a Jaywood video, top 15 PlayStation exclusives, and Dreams was on there, and I was like, what is that game? It just looks stupid. It looks so confusing. And then he said, it's a game where you can make anything you want, do anything you want. I was like, well, obviously there's limits, and like that's like impossible. And no, like that's straight up what it is. Like,
you could make
whatever you want.
You could make another franchise. If you want to make a Sonic game, you can make it. You want to make a Donkey Kong game?
Me and a friend played this amazing horror game.
Yeah.
Like,
you could make a Superman game. You could make
some people made Black Ops Zombies stuff in there.
Yeah, like I played a Donkey Kong game on there. God, the attention to detail. Like, I mean, there's so many good things. I mean, I've seen games like just even mean game. Like, man, I love Media. I'll be honest. I wish Media Molecule is probably my favorite studio from PlayStation.
More than Insomniac.
if Media Molecule produced more, I think I'd rather.
Okay,
play
so let
from-
me rephrase. You think Media Molecule is the most talented studio in PlayStation?
top.
Definitely top 3
Yeah,
for you at least. I know what my top
for
3
me,
is.
I think they're top 3. I just don't think they have enough to show
I agree,
off.
yeah.
I think what they have though
How
is
big are they?
I don't know. I have no idea. Because like if you look at what they've made, they're so creative. I feel like there's so much more creativity that could be used on so many other projects, but
Yeah.
they just don't produce a lot.
They have enough.
And I don't know, that bothers me because I love them. I think they're amazing at what they do. I just don't think they have enough projects. Like I feel like with a studio, like because they've been with PlayStation for probably a while now, right?
Oh yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
I would argue like for as long as.
and those
I
are like the
can-
only two big things I can really think of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it just don't seem right, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
I love Media Molecule though.
Yeah, no, they are really good. I agree with that. I just wish they made more.
Yeah.
We don't know
Hopefully-
any of their future projects either.
Hopefully next. I'm hoping we get something different next year.
Yeah. Dreams 2. PS5 edition. That would actually be pretty cool. A PS5 Dreams, because the last one was obviously PS4.
Yeah.
What if they made like a next gen Dreams?
I have
That
no
could be
idea.
quite interesting. I mean, it could make more reason why they haven't had anything in ages.
Yeah.
They could just be working on something massive.
Bro, I feel like
Because
I
we
feel
found
like-
out
I
they
feel like
didn't
Dreams-
make Sackboy.
Yeah, I feel
So-
like Dreams is a prime example. I feel like when I honestly think that game took up all of their time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree.
Which I mean, that game is
They really cared,
that's actually like a straight up. There's no way you can't say it any other way. It's a masterpiece. You can
Yeah.
make anything you want, anything, literally. Like
It's like better than Minecraft and Roblox combined, creativity wise.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
no,
Anyway, moving on. We got the San Diego studio. If you don't know, they basically make the MLB games. You don't really need to be like too like knowledgeable about this studio, but I mean, you should know that it is a PlayStation studio. Obviously, they're working on MLB 22 right now.
yeah.
That's That's pretty much all we need to talk about them. Santa Monica. Do you know what they make?
God of War.
Yeah. Yes. God of War. Obviously, many to say perfect single player experience. This is what I'll say about God of War. I'll let you talk about God of War here in a second. In no way, shape, or form do I think this is a good game. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No. No.
I
Okay.
didn't catch it for a minute because I was writing, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden I heard I like remember I was like thinking about it, and then like halfway through you saying it, I was like, did this man just say he doesn't think it's good at all?
No. Okay, so anyway, what I was gonna say, in no way, shape, or form do I wait.
In no way, shape, or form do you think God of War is.
Oh, okay, no, I remember what I was gonna say. Okay, in no way, shape, or form do I think this game isn't a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Yeah.
I also agree. I think it is the perfect single player experience. Now, with that said, personally, completely personally, it's not something I am overly crazy about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's other things like, oh, yo, that is a great game. It's just not necessarily right
Yeah.
up my alley.
Yeah, there is
It's-
like a lot of people do that, and people
Yeah.
get mad at you for it, and I
Yeah.
hate that because it's
Yeah.
like you could say a game is a masterpiece. Like, what's a prime example of something that I'm trying to think. What is a game? Trying to remember one of the games that I really like, but it's not my personal thing. You know what? Like, because people will say, oh, let's say, I love Mario Odyssey. I think that game is amazing. But then I play Returnal. Returnal isn't my style, but I'm not going to say it's not good because it's not my style.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on Twitter. Oh, here's a perfect example. I'm not gonna be that guy that goes on Twitter and complains, adding Nintendo on Twitter, saying I can't figure out how to beat the level, so the game sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally just gonna be like, maybe I'm just bad. Maybe I just can't figure it out. But like, I'm not gonna make excuses for a game. Like, I'm gonna say what it is. If it's a good game, if it's a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece. But it's not my type of game I would play.
That's how I feel about Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I absolutely think it's a masterpiece. I think it's 10 out of 10. It probably is From Software's favorite game. Is it my favorite game though? No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Which, I mean, I'm not like, that hurt me hearing from John.
Okay,
Like,
well,
because
when I said it, I said it
yeah.
so wrong. I said, I don't like Bloodborne. No,
Yeah.
that's not what I meant. I meant like I like Demon Souls a lot better. I like Dark Souls a lot better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
'cause
I'm really looking forward to Elden Ring.
Yeah, because
like,
the way he said it, I was like,
yeah,
did you
no,
say?
No, I totally said it wrong, which
Yeah.
I do take responsibility for that. definitely said that
I've
wrong.
never played Bloodborne, but I want to play it. I've watched people play it. I think it's the best out of all.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't know if John feels that way, but I
just
mean,
said what I thought.
if he goes from a non-biased perspective, I don't know what he thinks. What do you think is the best Souls game, real quick?
Elden Ring. No. No. Well, technically, it's not a Souls game. It's just it's a Souls genre.
Oh well, yeah. What do you
Best
think?
Souls game I think is Dark Souls 3.
What do you think in the best, like, in the genre?
Honestly, I know it's like new, so it's kind of like it's almost gonna sound biased, but like I actually think the Demon Souls remake is like the best.
I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna be mad at you for an opinion.
I actually think like
And also, guys, just know this. I swear, we're gonna have to preference this every video you ever make. An opinion is an opinion.
it's not right.
o-
It's just our opinion.
It's okay. An opinion is never right. Listen. Even if we say it's right, it's still our opinion. If I say Nintendo sucks, that's just my
Okay,
opinion.
actually,
even if
I'm gonna take that back. I don't think Demon Souls. Okay, the only reason I really said that, it's kind of the game that got me into the Soul genre. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play a Souls game.
It's Bloodborne.
It might actually be Bloodborne. Like, honestly, I don't think I could say any of the Dark Souls are above Bloodborne, and definitely not Sekiro. And
There's gotta be.
I think it probably is Bloodborne.
There's gotta be a reason people want a remake. How much did they say that? Even like they were considering a PC port.
A PC, a remaster, and Bloodborne 2. Or is everything like that everyone's thinking?
I want all of them.
But no, Demon Souls is like the game. Oh, there's a spider on the wall. Look at that.
All right, you talk. I'll handle this before your PTSD.
Demon Souls is the game that kind of got me into the Souls genre. I never really played a Souls game until what are you doing? Oh my god. I never really played a Souls game until Demon Souls, and I fell in love with it. And then I went back and played Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and I'm really looking forward to Elden Ring. Drop it. You're doing a really good job at this.
What?
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
That's good. Anyway. But yeah, no, I probably Bloodborne, to be honest with you. Even though it's not my favorite, I think it probably is the best. But anyway, moving on to God of War again, because we completely got off topic about God of War.
Yeah.
I do think it is really phenomenal. Definitely. I think I would say God of War is probably the best PlayStation exclusive. It's just, like I said, it's just not I'm not crazy about it like I am Ratchet and Clank or Spider-Man or Horizon. Will I play it, and am I hyped for Ragnarok, which is the next slide?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so thrilled to play this game.
Yeah.
I honestly think Ragnarok looks to improve everything that I liked about the game and the things that I also wanted them to improve on in the original. It truly looks like just the first one in every way better.
Yeah.
Personally, which is what excites me, and which might make me go more crazy over God of War. But what are your thoughts on God of War?
See, it's I don't have a lot on it. I know the basic like kind of overall what's going on. Kratos finds, or I don't know how it is with that, but kid named
It's his son.
it's just okay.
Yeah.
Who did? Well, I was gonna ask who was the mother, but
Well, we know that. I just forget the name, to be honest with you.
oh,
I forget
okay.
the name. I can't think of the name.
But I just know that like kid, and then I'm guessing they probably go around together as like on like a little. I don't know like the main goal of it.
Basically, Kratos is like the god of war, obviously.
Yeah.
And he's basically in charge of killing all the gods.
Oh, okay.
So like just all the gods that you could think of. So the original trilogy, which was on the PS3 and PS2,
I heard
was
that you said
all
they
Greek
were-
mythology.
Yeah.
The reboot is now Norse mythology. At the end of the first game, spoiler alert, Thor shows up. I'm serious, yeah. Thor. You know the Norse god Thor?
Oh, I was thinking of Marvel Thor.
Well, I mean, that's who Marvel Thor's based off of.
I know. I don't know. I know. No.
But anyway, Thor shows up. You
just him just
you like see his hammer,
yeah.
because he like comes knocking on the door. No, not really knocking. Like a thunderstorm appears at the end of the game, and then Kratos walks out of his home, and it's just this guy, big guy, like
Yeah.
looking like Santa Claus, big, like, and
Oh, not like
he like
built.
no,
just,
like he's big, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say fat, but like
he's heavy.
he's heavy, right?
That's
And
that's
He
worse.
he
Hey, yo, what up,
he
dude?
like
You
flips
hate-
his cape, and then cape, and you see his hammer, and then it starts glowing blue, and that's when the game ends, right? It's also revealed that his son Atreus
Yeah.
turns out to be Loki.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting what's going on. So Ragnarok looks like it's gonna be.
And then the
so
next
much better.
one, he's older. I
Mhm.
guess.
He's a little bit older.
Which
yeah.
I'm guessing we get a time skip.
No, I think it's gonna start exactly where it left off. It's gonna start on the same camera angle.
So we just
You see the hammer.
Uh-huh.
So this is how the first game started. You have your main menu.
Mm-hmm.
It is Kratos staring at a tree. I'm serious.
I just
I'm
love how
serious.
it goes from you start off the game, you look at the main menu. It's Kratos looking at a tree.
Yeah, I'm serious. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. You're looking at a tree, and you click start game. As soon as you click start game, he pulls out his axe, and he chops the tree. I'm serious.
I
serious.
believe you, but it's I don't know what's so funny. It's just like, all right, time to play this game. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, it's a bald man. Like, man, look at that axe. All right, let's just play the game then.
So
what's so funny
basically, you go from the main menu directly into the game. No loading screen, no anything.
except that he
Chops.
cuts the tree.
Yeah. Well, no, you like have to click a button to chop tree. I'm serious.
Oh.
He goes.
I believe you. I just think it's really funny.
So anyway, I think it's gonna start out the exact same way. It's gonna be the main menu. You're gonna see Thor staring at Kratos. You click start game, the fight begins.
Yeah.
It's gonna start with the boss fight.
Wow.
Straight up. I'm calling it right now. That is how the game's gonna start.
That'd be really nice.
It'd be really cool. I'll have to show you the start of God of War so you can
Yeah.
understand what I'm talking about.
There's definitely like, I'll tell you right now, Horizon and God of War, I barely know anything about. I just know everybody loves Kratos.
Yeah. And
Like-
Aloy is the main protagonist of
I've never heard of that name.
Aloy.
Aloy?
Aloy.
Okay.
That's the main protagonist of Horizon.
I see.
Anyway, moving on. So yeah, we know Thor Ragnarok, and then Blue Point Games, another studio that they have acquired this year. That is actually like a big studio. They obviously have made the remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
So
What?
this is the studio that makes that game.
They also made
I-
the Demon Souls remake.
Oh. See, because it's funny because I heard as a joke for the longest time, I know, Sonic fan here. the new Sonic game, they said, "Is this Shadow of the Colossus?"
Oh
mixed
yeah,
with
yeah. No,
Sonic?"
I've heard that. Yeah.
So I had no idea who made Shadow of the Colossus, and I don't even know anything about it, by the way. So
Me
don't get
neither.
upset at me.
Me neither, to be honest.
So Blue Point made that. Okay.
Yep. Blue Point made Shadow of the Colossus and the Demon's Souls remake. So, but basically, their entire career as a game studio has been focusing on remakes. They specialize in remakes. What's interesting is they are like prime visuals. They are the masters of visuals. Honestly, their visuals are what blows things away every time, right? And they make remakes so they make them better than the originals.
Yeah.
They just straight up do. But what's interesting is their next project is a new IP.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's really, really exciting because Blue Point is so talented. And, yeah. Okay, I've missed some studios. So San Diego.
I swear, we're gonna be here for 4 hours.
It's fine.
It's fine. Just longer uploading time.
Santa Monica. Not really.
Yeah.
Santa Monica. I know what they make. Have I missed any other than that? Santa Monica, San Diego.
Nope.
I put Media Molecule. Okay, so yeah, I'm here. Now we're at Blue Point. Blue Point. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what they do for their new IP because very talented. Then we move to XDev. Give me your best guess. What do they make?
We talked about this, but I generally, I wish I could come up with something. I really do because I feel like I should know what they make.
All right, I'm gonna just let you know right now. Nothing you say is right. They are the studio that collabs with other studios
Oh,
and makes PlayStation
then why'd
exclusives.
you ask me?
See if you know. Because I told you that last night. I mean, am I wrong here?
Yes.
All right. So basically, if you guys know, oh well, I don't have the pictures. If you guys don't know, most recognizable would probably be Detroit Become Human. They partnered with Quantic Dream to make Detroit Become Human a PlayStation exclusive, and that's basically what they do for most games. So, XDev, yeah, that's basically what they do. So if you want to put like, collaboration studio, because we never know what they're working on. Like we never know what collabs they have going. It's just always a surprise with them.
Yeah.
So, I really like the name too, XDev. It's really cool.
My studio name would be, never mind.
Oh God.
No, it'd be my rock band name, but I wouldn't name it a gaming studio name. I mean, you can give me your honest opinion. The Throbbing Masses. What? That'd be a sick.
What does that even
That'd be a
mean?
sick band. You know, there's
Oh,
literally
a band name?
Yeah, like a band.
No,
name.
I could see that. Yeah.
Like I was about to say, if
I
you-
thought you were talking about a video game
no,
studio.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
what
no,
would
no,
that
no,
even
no,
mean?
like a rock band, because
Oh,
like
yeah, no,
there's
I
a
can
bunch
see
of
that.
weird names that you hear, and like especially with bands, you have like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Like you would never expect that to be like anything that what.
Just looking for spiders. You're good. I'm just.
But yeah, off topic. But you know what, John? Interesting question while we're on it.
So.
If you could make your own studio, what would you name it? That's probably a question you've never been asked before. I have a lot of weird questions or interesting ones that I would ask. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Nasty Studio. Man, he's really deep in this right now. Big Nasty Studio, you know me. Or I can name it Diving
Core.
Core? Just Core?
Core.
Okay. You just name it Core and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Core.
I'm naming mine Diving Deep.
I mean, deep.
Diving Deep. That kind of sounds pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Diving Deep Studio.
Diving Deep.
Dude,
Diving
that actually
Deep
sounds
Studio. Yeah,
really
that's cool.
nice.
That's cool. I like
that.
You want to start a video game? No, okay.
Core
diving deep into the core. of gaming.
Bro, core diving deep. Oh, dude,
All right. Anyway.
I like diving deep a lot.
Anyway, let's move on. London Studios.
That's just a good question I wanted to ask.
Do you know what they make?
No.
Okay. I like how you didn't even need to think. You just did not know. There was no shot.
They make London games. They make Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympics. I don't know.
They are a PlayStation VR studio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll let you know, it's very highly rumored that we're going to be getting PSVR 2 this holiday. For the PS5, obviously.
Dang.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting. So, Team Asobi is next.
Okay. Team
And I want you to give me your best guess. What do you think they make?
Playroom, whatever. Astro's Playroom.
Yes. They are in charge of the Astro franchise, which includes Astro's Playroom and the VR game Astrobot Rescue Mission. Highly regarded to be some of the best platformers on PlayStation, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't played Astro's Playroom, I actually should. You should play it one day whenever you're over here. It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game you could, like, finish in one sitting.
Oh.
It's just really, really good. I say one sitting. It's like maybe like 3 hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
Very short then.
Yeah. But no, really, really good. And it is confirmed they're working on another project. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
We love to see it.
For some reason, oh my god, I cannot write. For some reason, when I go to write A, I write an M.
Guys, the difference in handwriting between both of us is actually like insane. Like
Yours is so nice.
well, you know what's funny?
trash.
You know what's funny, guys, is I used to when I was younger. Quick lore, character development for me. I used to be left-handed when I was born.
Lore.
Kindergarten, they decided to just randomly change me to right-handed. And for some reason, I want to make fun of John because how are you going to write better than me when I got switched from left to right?
Why would they switch you?
My parents have asked that for the longest time now. They just hated left-handed people.
I guess so. Anyway,
So yeah,
want to move on next one?
I should just write all of his stuff now.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Polyphony Digital. Do you know what they make? No, you do not.
I've never heard of this studio.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've talked about the game, but
Hang on. How do you spell polyphony?
I need.
Oh yeah, no, I remember how to remember the studio. If you want to know one way to remember the studio, is there is a studio in PlayStation that focuses on polygons and is for the Sony ponies. Polyphony.
You're stupid.
I'm serious. No,
I know.
that is like what I've heard on Twitter. Honestly, like it's pretty funny that Sony polyphony.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
So they carry
Digital.
I almost said Transgarismo. I don't know why. Grand Tur. I don't know how. Yeah. I don't know how they would spell yeah.
I got you. Gran Turismo.
Oh, I would not expect it to be. Why did I put?
I
I was gonna say Transmo.
Transmo.
Oh god.
Gran Turismo. Turismo. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I put Turismo. What's so funny about Turismo?
I know.
It's better than Tran.
I don't know. You were just looking at me spelling it wrong. You're like, oh, I also spelled it wrong. Tourism.
I thought like it's driving tour. What?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo. It sounds like Turismo.
No, you put Gran Turismo. no. All
right, we're getting off of this game. Fire Sprite.
What is that?
It is a project that works on multiplayer, and they are working on a, guessed it, AAA multiplayer game.
Oh. Man, they really want these multiplayer games.
I know. It's looking good. It's looking good for multiplayer, for PlayStation at least. Well, I mean, and Xbox, but
Yeah.
they've been good in the multiplayer department.
Yeah.
It's just the co-op that's a little questionable. Fire Sprite, AAA, multi. See, I actually have to write notes because these are the studios I struggle with.
Yeah.
Multiplayer game. Next season, this is the studio that specializes in PC ports. So yeah, there's that. Wait, did I miss one by the way?
No, you're
No. Okay, I'm
literally.
good.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you if you miss one.
Pixel Opus,
Mm-hmm.
which is really weird, really weird name.
I mean, there's a bunch of names I have questions. Like,
They are working on something. That's all we know.
Oh.
They're working on something.
nice. I swear a lot of these are just like, yep, I'm working on something.
Well, PlayStation isn't very vocal. Xbox
Yeah.
is very vocal about their
Yeah.
their plans and everything. Nintendo,
Nintendo
is
is-
even worse than PlayStation.
Oh my goodness! Like,
It's either reveal or a trailer.
like I swear,
There
like,
is no
you
like.
can't even leak half the stuff that they have.
No.
It's just that secretive.
It's although I will say that Kirby game did leak like
Yeah.
a few hours before
Yeah.
the direct, which was very unfortunate because I accidentally saw it.
Oh.
Which is because I texted you. I'm like, yo, we gotta watch it together because they're gonna reveal a game that we've both been wanting. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
remember that?
thought you were. I thought it was Galaxy 3. I was like, no, it's
No.
not. It's not. It's got to
No.
be something.
I saw it and I was like, oh my god, we're actually getting the 3D Kirby
Yeah.
game. So it was pretty cool. But anyway, Valkyrie Entertainment.
Yeah.
They are working on another project.
Awesome.
And that is it.
That's it.
That is it. Now here's a little fun little fact.
Wait.
What you need?
Wait. And okay, so that's all of them, right?
Yep.
Why do I feel like
18 studios.
who made Detroit Becomes Human? You said it was XDev. and-
XDev technically.
Yeah, XDev.
The PlayStation studio, yes, XDev made. But truly, it's Quantic Dream.
I thought Quantic Dream was a part of
No.
PlayStation.
No. They're making the new Star Wars Eclipse game. Think about that.
Quantic Dream?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I thought Quantic Dream was a part of PlayStation.
No.
I
They
will
just
say,
partnered with
I'm going
PlayStation.
to say this now. Detroit Becomes Human is actually top 3 favorite PlayStation games I've ever watched.
It's really good, yeah.
Dude, I think I noticed I'm a huge robot freak. I like
That's not what I was expecting
what
at
I
all.
okay. What I mean by that is I like
That's why you like Ratchet and Clank.
I like the idea of artificial intelligence and the way we look at it because I like the way it introduces it. Because yes, humans are kind of stupid at times. Everyone fears. What if robots and artificial intelligence become smarter and kill us? It's called don't give them emotions and don't give them inner thoughts that are programmed to kill other people.
Yeah.
That's like what. So I think I just like looking at the aspect of artificial intelligence because there's a lot of ways it can go. Not even just like in video games. There's also shows. There's a show I watched, Vivi. It's about an AI and how the world, how they kind of. It's kind of like taking over. The AIs are taking over. She's an AI that is learning what her main mission is to sing. And she has to save the world by doing that, which is weird and it's very different. But like Detroit Becomes Human, you get 3 different aspects. You get, I don't really remember the names. I wish I did. You have Connor, Marcus, or something with an A. Yes, Marcus, and then you have the girl, which I don't remember, but they all have different
Was that
stories.
Alex something? Alex was. I feel like Alex was something.
No, it's Connor, Marcus, and I don't remember the girl's name. But I do know, like, I love that game. It's so good. I just love the whole idea of artificial intelligence. Like, I love the way it's portrayed in a lot of different ways to look at it. Because it makes you think a lot. So, I don't know. For some reason, I thought Quantic Dream was just a part of PlayStation. I don't know why.
We should do Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo tier list. Like, not just like Switch games and upcoming Xbox games and PS4 games. I'm talking like older games.
Sure.
Like, we should do it. Anyway, back to what I was gonna say. I do want to talk about a few more things before we end this this episode. But fun little fact: House Marquee, 1. Blue Point, 2. Maybe wait. Fire Sprite, 3. Nixies, 4. I'm not sure if Pixel Opus. It was the and Valkyrie Entertainment, 5.
Yeah.
Those 5 studios were acquired by PlayStation this year.
Dang.
Yeah, really good.
So they must have spent a lot of money.
Yeah. So it's definitely been a okay year for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Bad decisions definitely weighed them down a little bit, and not a lot of output in terms of like first party stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Returnal. Well, technically, Returnal wasn't even first party at the time. It was a third party thing. Now it's technically a first party game.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh
And that was basically it.
yeah.
So a lot of third party stuff for sure. But, yeah, it's been definitely a slow year for PlayStation, but it's definitely been good. But yeah, one thing I do want to talk about is PlayStation and them moving forward with a different kind of subscription service.
Oh yeah.
So leaks came out and big rumors that this has been like a rumor and leak for like a while that PlayStation's trying to come up with a Game Pass competitor.
Yeah.
Which, yes, it's called Game Pass competitor. I don't think it's truly to compete with Game Pass.
I think it's just to be on like the same level.
It's just to have something similar.
Yes, just
it's not
because,
to
I mean,
compete.
Who wouldn't want those crazy sales that they?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, man. Having your game on Game Pass is probably better than having it priced at $60.
No, yeah. I mean, think of all the game like Psychonauts, Halo Infinite, Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
That would have cost me $180. Nah.
Like,
just basically get it for free.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really good.
Yeah.
And so basically what's coming out is everyone's thinking we don't know the name of it at all. All we know, basically, we're just going to refer to it as PlayStation Game Pass. All right? That's just what we're going to refer to it as. And basically what's being said is there are going to be
PlayStation free.
there is going to be 3 tiers. The first one combines PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, which is what I have been saying should happen for a long time.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation Now is kind of weak. PlayStation Plus is actually pretty good. Combine those two, you have a pretty good subscription service. Then there's going to be a second tier, which is PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and then I think they said I don't remember what the second tier was. I'll get back to you on that. But then I know tier 3, which is PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, whatever comes in tier 2. And then PS3, PS2, PS1 games. Which is really awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Think about all the old Ratchet and Clanks.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. All the Uncharted's.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they didn't necessarily specify that there would be their PS5 exclusives on there.
Yeah.
They didn't specify they're going to have day one releases.
Yeah.
Which, that right there, day one releases, is the biggest issue for me. That's what makes Game Pass so special, in my opinion, is the day one Game Passes.
Yeah.
And the actual big games that they put on there.
Yeah.
Like, sure, backwards compatibility is great. Like, honestly, I'm probably going to get it. I have PlayStation Plus already, so I might as well. And I've been wanting PlayStation Now just because more games.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it's a good deal, but I just want more games. So if we get this, it'll be great. I'm going to be super happy. But I do think they should really think about adding bigger games in day one releases. And I would add their PS5 exclusives. It doesn't necessarily have to be day one, I guess, because PS5 exclusives, I highly doubt they're gonna add PS5 exclusives day one. I'm thinking maybe 6 months afterwards, maybe. Adam,
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Because that would mean right around now is when Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart would be going to that.
Yeah.
Which seems pretty fair to me.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on a PlayStation Game Pass, and what do you think about the 3 tiers? Well, I look up what the second tier is.
I already know what's gonna happen. Console wars are gonna be so huge at that point.
Yeah, I
PlayStation
know.
trying to look like Xbox.
I'm just gonna try and ignore that as much
Yeah.
as possible.
I mean, who wouldn't want to have a Game Pass? Look at Xbox. Just I swear, if they didn't have Game Pass, they not to say they wouldn't do good, but it's such a huge benefit.
It's codename Spartacus at the moment. PlayStation Spartacus.
Spartacus.
That's what the Game Pass thing is codenamed.
That's a very, very weird name.
And it's rumored to be coming out spring 2022. Rumors are pointing towards February right now.
Dang.
I think it's a little too early for that, personally. Oh yeah, so here we go. Tier 1, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now. Base, right?
Yep.
Tier 2, you get PS4 and PS5 5 games.
Yep.
That doesn't specify day one exclusives or the big AAA for first party stuff.
Yeah.
It just says PS5 and PS4 games. Okay? And then tier 3, game streaming, extended demos, backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
So, tier 3 sounds very enticing. You get everything, plus you get
Oh.
you get game demos, backwards compatibility,
Yeah.
game streaming. That sounds really, really awesome. It's just because I don't want it to turn into PS Now,
Yeah.
just more. PS Now is basically they add in a couple games every month.
Yeah.
Some of them you only get them for a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
It's not the most expansive library.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of old games. I don't want that to happen, right? Because the thing is, if they honestly did day one their big AAA games,
Yeah.
first party, that would actually be insane.
Yeah.
Because each of their games are $70 now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You get Horizon, God of War. Here's what I think is going to happen. Horizon comes out February 28th, I think.
Mhm.
What if they announce their Game Pass and be like, buy it now and get Horizon Forbidden West with your subscription? I could see them doing that. But the question is, are they going to do that for God of War? Are they going to do it for Spider-Man 2? Are they going to do it for Wolverine? Are they going to do it for
I would think for
Gran Turismo 7?
I would think, when is God of War coming?
We don't know. It's rumored to be this year.
I would think Forza Horizon would be a good choice because
Forza Horizon. Oh my, people just unsubscribed. People just disliked the video. People just flamed you in the comments. I hope you realize what you just said.
I'm done. I'm done.
I cannot believe this. Forza Horizon on PlayStation Game Pass. No, okay, get over here and give us your actual thoughts on what do you think of the subscription, and what do you think?
I think it's good. I think it sounds good. I do agree with the one thing is day one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like getting a game day one is like what everyone's waiting for, and the problem is you may not even be guaranteed to get that game day one.
Yeah.
Unless you get it digitally.
Yeah.
Now imagine if you could get it for a cheaper price just for doing it digitally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a steal.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Like, that's honestly one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to in terms of PlayStation next year, because we know we're getting it next year. When is the question? And it is rumored that we're getting a PlayStation event soon. It could be the perfect opportunity to announce it. And I could see them being like, yo. Because it's kind of like streaming services with, like, movies and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, especially with HBO Max, like, get your subscription now and watch The Matrix.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, get your subscription now and play Horizon Forbidden West when it releases. Like, that would be so awesome. That would make me so wholesome. Yeah. Like, and, like, I would just be, like, the happiest kid alive. Like, it'd just be great.
Now we're just waiting on Nintendo's Game Pass.
They're never going to do it.
That's never going to happen.
And if it does happen...
is greedy.
If it does happen, they're never putting their first-party games into it. There never are. No day one releases either. They are not like that.
They're money hungry, and it's sad.
You're telling me?
No.
Oh my God! Here we go.
One second. No, 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Listen. I love Nintendo, but I hate them at the same time. They want money, okay? They want money. We know this. He knows this, that they're money hungry. Why not do the things that we want and we'll give you all our money? Why not, a prime example, Legend of Zelda Triforce Collection. Why are you going to make HD remakes when you know that a Triforce Collection will sell more? Just like how Mario, the 3D All-Star Collection sold like over 3 million units. Why not do that instead of
3 million units?
Whatever.
It sold way more than that.
I know. I don't know how many it sold. I mean, I don't want to. I couldn't tell you how much.
I'm gonna say at least 10 million.
I have no idea. Probably like 7, 8. I'd say. But like they just make so many decisions that make me upset. That's it. All right, done.
All right, fair enough. I'm not even gonna comment.
But yeah,
I agree.
I hope all 3 studios can at some point make their own kind of good deal. Because I'll be honest, some of these studios making us go broke. And there's other ways that they can make money for a cheaper price.
Yeah.
And that's with the benefits.
Yeah. What I could see them doing, all these timed exclusive, third-party exclusives that PlayStation gets, like Forspoken, Deathloop, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah.
They could all put that on the service and still make you pay for their first-party stuff.
Yeah.
But what I'm afraid is they're just barely gonna have any day one releases.
I want Xbox to acquire Square Enix.
Me too. That'd be awesome.
I'm tired of all their games.
Do you want to know what's funny? You won't believe this crap.
What?
So I found this out when I watched some kind of video about time exclusives. Is when Xbox was down in the dump, when they were ready to go bankrupt, they made the Shadow of the Tomb Raider game, the third game of the trilogy.
Yeah.
They originally made that a 1-year timed exclusive for Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox made that a timed exclusive. And guess what? Xbox got crapped on.
Yeah.
People were hating on them. Everybody was trashing, saying Xbox shouldn't be a company, right? Yeah. And here's PlayStation making every single freaking game a timed exclusive. Oh, and it's fine. It's fine.
Because they're successful.
Okay.
They're not.
Yeah, it's okay. Dumps. It's okay, right? And now you hardly ever see that with Xbox. Yeah. Maybe like 1 or 2 games a year. Maybe. Yeah. But they're not even like big AAA games.
Yeah.
Like, PlayStation made Spider-Man an exclusive character to their platform in the Avengers game. It's like, I'm paying $60 to play this game on Xbox. And those people are paying $60 to play the exact same game, but more. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. But I just find it so funny that Xbox got trashed on for making this game a timed exclusive. But it's completely fine whenever.
Yeah, because PlayStation was probably doing. They're like, oh, they're successful, and they're not on the verge of.
It's like you were an Xbox fan, and then you jumped over to PlayStation because they were successful. I'm like, I'm going to the winning side, right? And then Xbox gets a time exclusive. It's like, this is stupid. I joined the winning side for you guys to make that game a time exclusive. This is stupid. It's like, I don't know. This is interesting, but yeah, I'm excited for PlayStation. I think they have a good future.
Yep.
I just hope they get these bad decisions fixed up.
Yeah.
I think all the studios that have definitely had some weak points recently redeem themselves. I'm not saying they need to prove themselves or anything, but like especially Naughty Dog, like they need redemption.
Yeah.
I hope Sony Ben ends up making a really good new IP.
Yeah. Interested
Hope
to see what the
Media
rest
Molecule shows up again big.
I hope we get something soon.
Yep. I think PlayStation looks good. PlayStation looks good. They just need the bad decisions to go.
Yeah.
That is bottom line. That's what needs to happen. Yeah.
If they get rid of those bad decisions, I think they're.
And if they have a banger subscription service,
yeah,
it's gonna look good.
It's crazy to me that they make some bad decisions, but they're still on top. I think.
I know. Yeah.
It's
That's kind of like
crazy.
Nintendo. It's kind of like
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Well, Nintendo just makes decisions that make you mad. Like they like
It just makes you go crazy.
Like okay, there are some decisions they make that are like really bad, and then there's some that's just like why? They're just like it's like why would you even like suing someone and canceling the idea of custom-made Joy-Cons that were dedicated to charity, where they'd make no money, and they were dedicated to charity with people that had cancer. That's what I'm talking. All right, we're gonna end this because John wants to play Returnal, and
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
quit.
probably make a tier list more than likely on my own, like my own little thing.
Oh yeah, you could do it.
So
Oh wait, but I'll be streaming.
he's gonna be streaming Returnal. This man literally cannot. He can't get over Returnal. Honestly, this is looking like at this point.
It's like
he
you with
likes-
Yakuza. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, that's right. All right, we're going, boys. Peace.